This week on Cooking with Kevin, Chef Kevin introduces his mango avocado salsa made famous at Roth's Fresh Markets. He will show you how to cut a mango easily and add green onion, jalapenos, and Walla Walla sweet onions for a delicious salsa.
And welcome back to another week of Cooking with Kevin. I have an exciting recipe in store for you. We are doing mango avocado salsa. Some of you may remember it from my demo at the beginning of August at Roth's Fresh Markets. I featured it there. A lot of people loved it and wanted the recipe to be shown on the show. So here it is. And I wanted to give you a heads up. Next week will be our finale. And we are going to be doing a special that involves all of these guest chefs. You will not want to miss it. So let's go ahead and get started right over here and start cutting up the fresh mango. So what we need to do is first get all of your fresh vegetables. So we have 3 to 4 on the vine ripe tomatoes, a bunch of green onions, 1 Anaheim pepper, 2 jalapeno peppers, a Walla Walla sweet onion, a large Hass avocado, and a Keat mango. Keat, K-E-I-T-T. The difference between a Keat mango and a red mango is the Keat mango is more greenish on the skin and it has a sweeter filling, flesh inside. And so I prefer it in my salsas. And of course I got all of these fresh ingredients at the local Roth's Fresh Markets. So I'm going to show you first how to cut a mango. I even had to do research on this. Mango is not the most easiest fruit to do. So what you need to do is see how this is kind of flat. You want to turn it to where it's more vertical. Okay? And we're going to take this, and the seed in a mango is impossible to get out. So you have to just cut the meat on the sides. And flip it. And just cut straight down. And you can sometimes salvage some of the meat on the ends here too. There is a lot of good mango fruit here. I'm going to try to skin just a little bit more of the mango. And that's about all the mango you can get out of it. The seed is actually from the core to the core, and so it's impossible to get out, like I said. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a very cool trick here. What you're going to do is take that heel that you just cut, and if you want it to be just slices, you just go like this. And if you just want it to be slices, then you pop it out and you cut straight along the skin. But we're going to dice it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do straight this way. Okay. I'm going to bring a bowl over here. And we're going to just go like this and cut them right in. See this now? It's perfectly diced and ready to be put into a salsa, ready to be scooped by a chip, the tomatoes and the seasoning. So while I finish dicing these, let's send it to Julie's segment. What do you have for us, Julie?
I'm here to give you some tips on how to pick a ripe mango. With summer upon us, I don't know if you've wondered about what's a ripe one or a good one, but I have, and I did a little bit of research for you. One is color is not one of the tests, because they can be yellow, they can be red, they can be orange, they can be even green. That's not the true test. What it is, you want to get up close and personal with these mangoes. Basically, they should be football shaped, and they should be plump, even at the stem's edge. So even though it narrows like a football, it should still be full. The other thing is that you want to touch it, and if you press hard and it goes right in it, it was obviously too ripe. And basically think of like a ripe peach or a ripe avocado. That's about just so that there's some give. Of course, if you're not going to use it right away, then you would go with a firmer one, but generally you want it to have just some gentle give when you press it. The other one thing that you want to look for is you're going to use your sense of smell. Okay, so you're going to smell where the stem area, and if it smells yummy like you want to eat it, that's a good one. Basically, the scent that you're going to be looking for is kind of like a fresh melon with a blend of pineapple and maybe just a hint of carrot, but it should be a kind of a fruity aroma. Now, if you're smelling sour or kind of an alcohol scent, it is too ripe. And when you eat the fruit, it'll be more of a sour fruit. It'll be rather disappointing. And that is because there is a high natural sugar content which causes the fruit to ferment as it becomes overripe. And the ones that you do not want to pick are the ones that are kind of flat and thin. That indicates will be more stringy. And I think that's about all I had. Just to let you know, don't worry if there's brown or speckled spots on it, that's okay. So enjoy your fruit.
And welcome back. So I got the mangoes all done here. So now we are going to cut the Walla Walla sweet onion, about a half of an onion, a half cup equivalent, and then we're going to cut up the tomatoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this slicing it straight down into slices. Then we're going to do the crisp cut. You don't really need to finely like mince these at all. You want it to be somewhat chunky. It is a salsa after all. I'm just going to do a quick pass through, kind of rotating it, rocking it along. As long as there's no huge chunks that are maybe about the length of a pill, it should be okay. You want it more of the size of a dime or smaller. Okay, so see how there's like no real big chunks. They're all pretty well cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these to the mangoes now. Whew, my eyes are starting to burn. So we'll mix that in here. And then I'm going to do the tomatoes. So basically with the tomatoes, I always like to cut the top off. And then cut straight down. Cut down the middle, cut down the middle again, and then straight across. And it does a semi-dice. I'll do the same thing here. And that way it makes semi-chunks here, that will make for a perfect salsa. Alright, so we're going to put this into here now. And while I finish cutting the rest of the tomatoes and regain my composure here, I'm not crying, I promise you, we're going to send it to the trivia segment. And welcome back. So now we are going to do the green onions and the avocado. So I've already rinsed the green onions, and you're going to use an entire, I don't know what you call this, a bundle of green onions. And you want to cut as close to the roots as possible. The most flavorful part of the green onion is the white part. So I'm going to cut as close to the roots as I can to keep the white parts. And we're just going to cut straight down. You just want it to be about 1/4 of an inch wide, the cuts. Actually, with how big some of these green onion sprouts are, I may not end up using the entire bunch. So basically just put in enough to where it seems like it covers pretty well. But I'm going to cut them all up just in case. Yeah, so this is more than half a cut because some of the green onions sprouts were very big. So I'm just going to put in a couple handfuls. Okay, so now we're going to do the avocado. So what I like to do is I like to take the knife and cut straight down and around, and it pulls right open. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the skin right off. And place it face down. And then we'll slice it. And then we'll dice it, crisscross it. Put that in. So while I finish cutting up the second half of the avocado, let's send it to Tim's segment. What do you have for us, Tim?
Hello friends, welcome to this great evening in the Pacific Northwest. Look at this sunset. Look at that. Such beautiful. It doesn't have nothing to do with GMOs, but that's what we're talking about. They're genetically modified organisms. Do you know what that means? I'll tell you. They are living organisms who generate materials that has been artificially manipulated through laboratory sciences. What did you say? Right? Question mark. Where's the light bulb? Here it is. Let's talk about what is GMO. Are they safe? No, they're not. Some places do not think they are. Japan, Australia, and most, if not all, of the European Union do not agree that GMOs are safe to use during food production. So, breaking news. Despite what global concerns are, the U.S. government thinks it's good. They approved base GMOs on certain products. I don't know. Do you think it's a good idea? Weigh in on your opinion on Facebook. High-risk crops. Let's give you some examples. Alfalfa, canola, corn, cotton, papaya, soy, sugar beets, and zucchini and yellow summer squash are some of the high-risk crops. Which means they are ingredients deprived from most of these tests and every time prior to the non-GMO project as of before December 11, 2001. Oh wait, December 2011. Too many ones. So yeah, you know, there's just excuse me. I'm just burping up a storm tonight, folks. I'm so sorry. Some other crops you might be wondering about. Tomatoes, 94, they got modified. They became the first commercially produced GMO. Potatoes, they're white russet potatoes. Recently acquired USDA and FDA approval and went into commercial production as of August of 2015. Salmon. Kevin's recent episode of salmon. On November 19th of 2015, the FDA approved genetically modified Aqua Advantage salmon as safe for human consumption. However, 2 months later, the FDA banned it, being instructed by Congress to avoid the sale of GMO. So that's very interesting. Pigs, we all love our bacon. They engineered a variety of pig called EnviroPig, developed by scientists at the University of Gulf. Started research in 1995 and government approved beginning of 2009. In 2012, the university announced that it would end GMO, that they did not stand for that subject anymore. So it's kind of cool that different places that do support it eventually realize that it's not very good and is changing their ways, how they decide what's GMO approval or not. So I hope you learned a little bit more about GMOs and had a fun time with me today. Let's get back in that kitchen.
And welcome back. So what I've done here is I've started doing the Anaheim pepper, and I've cut the top and the bottom off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut straight down in order to get at the seeds. The seeds are where the heat is. So I'm going to take these seeds and take them out. And see, now it's all clean and green. It's perfect, ready to be cut. And I'm going to do the same with this one now. If you notice, I'm using a different cutting board and a different knife. I didn't want to cross-contaminate because, like I said, the seeds are where the heat is. So if those juices, especially from the jalapenos, get on the fruit, it will add about 3 levels of heat to your salsa. So you definitely want to do it on a separate cutting board. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this time to prep the jalapenos as well. Now I'm going to do the same process. Cut the top, cut the bottom, then cut straight down and pull the seeds out. If you definitely want a full-on mild salsa, you can do 2 Anaheim peppers to 1 jalapeno. I like mine to have a slight kick, be more like a medium heat, so that's why I'm doing 2 jalapenos to 1 Anaheim. But still, I'm taking the seeds out, so it's going to make it not hot. It's just going to be just a little bit spicy. Alright, so now that I got this done, I'm just going to dice these. So I'm going to cut them into little strips. these right into the salsa. Make sure that none of the seeds get in there. And now, after you put the jalapeno peppers in, you're going to put 1.5 teaspoons of evaporated cane juice sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon garlic powder. And we'll stir these in and let the flavors just erupt into a delicious salsa. So we're going to let it sit now. So let's send it over to Brenna for her segment. What do you have for us, Brenna?
Bienvenidos and hello guys, it's me Brenna again. So, I know that Kevin is making some amazing traditional Mexican cuisine, but I want to talk to you about where you can eat that. Not only at the Mexican restaurant that you see in town, but if you go to a traditional quinceañera or wedding ceremony for a young woman who becomes a woman at 15, you will see some amazing traditional food. Tacos, enchiladas, chimichangas, fajitas, everything is there. Tias and tios, niñas, and everyone will be there. So the whole family is around. It's a traditional ceremony done usually starting at a Catholic church. And then the party begins after that at the fiesta. So after that traditional ceremony happens, you head over. There's toasts, dancing, and amazing cuisine. So if you know someone or you're just interested, feel free to look it up because you can get some amazing traditional Mexican cuisine. Have a great one and take a little siesta for me after your fiesta. Bye guys.
And welcome back. So what we did is this has had ample time now to just sit and rest. Some of the flavors starting to come together. Granted, after I do what I call the chip test, which is basically me tasting it to see if the flavors are good, it needs to go in the fridge for at least an hour or two to get it to its peak flavor and ready to serve. So here we go. All right, it's good. So, like I said, let's send it. We're gonna put this into the fridge. So let's go to the trivia answer. See if you got it right. All right, welcome back. So we are to the point of the show that's my favorite, showing the finished product and telling you things that you can use it for. So let's go ahead and put some of this salsa into a bowl here. And so you can serve this really at anything, Super Bowl party, holiday party, birthday parties. Just have it out on the counter or just snack on it. Every day, this has fruits, veggies, everything that's good for you in it. So, and just eat it with tortilla chips. You can also put it in tacos, burritos. It does have that kind of sweeter taste to it, but it's very mellow sweet. It's not overpowering. So, until next time, I hope you keep cooking with Kevin. Bye.